The trails.
All right, it is 6:30. I will call the meeting to order. It's agenda date, time, and location were properly announced. We'll start off with the approval of the minutes of the regular meeting of December 18th, 2023. There was a correction since you first sent out the minutes, Ken. And it is corrected in these minutes. It just was adding Katie's name. Is there a motion to approve? And is there a second? Katie, any corrections? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Then we have payment of the bills. Is there a motion to approve for the month of December $1,032,894.54? Chuck, is there a second? Chris, any questions? All those in favor, please say aye. Opposed? Motion carries. And then the cash summary.
Yeah, I didn't have any question. Actually, we had 3 questions by Rini about some checks that Patty was able to share around some reimbursements and things like that. Other than that, no other questions.
Okay. Anyone else? Nothing? Okay. Donations. We had a donor choose.
Yes, I'm sorry. We had donor choose for $800 and actually next month, I think since this came out, we've had 2 or 3 over the weekend that have been, so we'll have those for next month.
No comments from the public?
Come on, Nicole, I guess.
That takes us to referendum.
And really, not much of an update. We have just kind of our update here. The big thing that we're really looking forward to is next week, Thursday. Mike Lefevre, myself, and Chuck. Are you good? I'm trying to hear you.
I'm scheduled for something on Wednesday, but not
Not there. Okay. We're going to be meeting with the general contractors for this pre-construction meeting. So this is really the launch now with them. We've had some conversations. We ran a meeting with Dave from TNT and our friends in Myron. We have a date set up for February that they're going to come do the walkthrough. They've been great. They're coming February 16th, which is a day that we don't have school. So that way they can just kind of be around and see all the things that they need to see. So it's just kind of progressing. It's a little slow right now, and this is the calm before the storm.
What time is that meeting on Thursday?
Thursday the 25th at 12:30. And I don't think Nate had you on that. So maybe that wasn't the one that you needed to be on. So
I think there's something about
that the security one is Wednesday. That's something different. That's where we're bringing your law enforcement cap on that.
All right. Building reports. All right.
Strong classrooms. Oh, thank you. We just started our winter diagnostic this week with Edmentum and ExactPath. So it runs through February 15th. Teachers have an opportunity to have their students take that assessment and see how much they've improved since the beginning of the year. It's very exciting. And then we have the access testing that started before the holidays and just continuing, needs to be finished up by the end of January. So working through all of that.
So 8th grade went on the LTC field trip last Thursday. It's Explore Your Future, and really it was a great field trip. They've been doing this for a couple of years. Even there was a lot of positive comments from the students saying that they found it very worthwhile to hear about the different careers, especially from people who are in the careers as they went around to the different speaking sessions. High school student course request window will be opening up at the end of January, and that will be open until February 16th. So Mr. Frias, counselor, he's going to be sending out a video as well as talking with the kids by grade levels to make sure that they understand what all the different departments have to offer, and then the process, and then the window will be open. And last school year, we went full digital with the requests, not doing paper requests anymore, and we'll do that process again. It worked very well for the kids.
All right. So Battle of the Books is happening. I got an announcement from Lisa today. They're starting to have teams and places, so we'll be announcing that with the students tomorrow morning. And also, the theme for our month is responsibility. So we've been talking a lot about what it means to be responsible. It's been great as we relaunch our RAM Way and thinking about those tools about how to be responsible at school. So that's been very positive.
And the high school winter play is featuring The Bugs, and so that'll be coming out on January 26th to the 28th. So come on out if you want to see a fun play put on by the students.
New this year, we're doing a 4K child and parent night, kind of mimicking some of the things that we're seeing in other districts around the area. It'll have tables where they can meet the teachers. I've reached out to Mental Health America. They're going to have a table there. Jamie, our literacy specialist, is going to have a table so that the parents can have interacting opportunities with with the children and the adults present. So really excited about that, and it kind of launches into our 4K enrollment. So hoping to get a lot of families. I've been out hanging up flyers around the area, so let me know if you need one. I'd be happy to get you one. And then along with that, Title I Parent Night will be in February. I believe it's the 5th. And again, I'm working with Jamie to organize that. And then there's also going to be a literacy night incorporating art and music with 4Kids coming this spring. So that's all in the works as well.
So last want to end with some student celebrations. So the middle school had their spelling bee, and our top 3 winners in first place was Chase, second place Jace, and third place Finley. So well done by the students with the spelling bee. Our MOS certifications, this is Mr. Will's class. We had Alexis, who placed 7th in Wisconsin for PowerPoint, and Kaylee, who placed 2nd in Wisconsin for PowerPoint. So our kids are really doing fantastic with how they're placing on their certifications. And then last but not least, Steve Wills named Outstanding Educator for Wisconsin for the work that he does around the students getting their certifications. So well done to Mr. Wills.
And just to brag on Mr. Wills a little bit on this too, he has done a lot around the Microsoft certifications. If you were to look at per student, we have more students graduating with certifications because of the classes that we've been with Steve's doing. It's almost to a point that it's a majority of our students are leaving with some sort of certification because they love taking Mr. Will's class, talk about relevant, how to use Microsoft and the Microsoft suite. So this is, yes, well-deserved outstanding educator.
Who's at that awards that educator of the year or outstanding educator?
No,
Gives out, you know.
I'm not entirely sure who's all a part of it. I know it's also part of the state of Wisconsin that's looking at it. They're giving that business technical.
That's quite an award for the whole
Great
state.
achievement.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Any questions? All right, we did not have any committee meetings since last month. So that takes us into report cards.
So we have a short agenda and our short meeting just got a little bit shorter because Travis Olson, who was is our data guy, is out sick. And having been in a meeting with him Friday and he didn't turn on the camera and he barely spoke, I think he's getting hit pretty bad from the bug. So I guess one of the things we need to do every year is bring the report card forward and let you know how we're doing. As a district, the thing about the state report card is our numbers change when the state goes and tweaks the different priority areas. So sometimes achievement's more important than growth, other times target groups, and overall we did fine. As a district, we were 0.7 away from being exceeds expectation. As we go in, if you guys want to add anything, elementary, we dropped to meets expectation at 64.1. The thing that's a little bit different for us is that's only assessed on one grade. Because, and if I think I'm right on this, right, it's just fourth grade. One of the advantages of having elementary be 2 grades next year is we'll have a bigger group size, that we won't be impacted from one class to another type piece from there. So elementary slipped from years past. It's something that I'm not too worried it's gonna come back up. Middle school, congratulations, 71.6, exceeds expectations. I'm trying to think, and I didn't prepare for this, that has to be one of your higher ones, or?
It's one of our higher ones. The middle school has performed exceeds, the last 2 out of the last 3 years.
Yeah.
But this is one of the highest scores of that. The high school was meet, it just slipped under exceed.
Yeah, 5.8, so we're right there, and if you that priority area, they keep changing, it depends on what the students are, and when it's about achievement, we do great. When it's about growth, because one of the things around the formula is if you have students that are achieving high already, then growth, they don't have as far as their growth. So, it's a moving target. I know they're doing their best, but they're trying to put a report card out there that meets the needs of the Random Lakes of the world, but also meets the needs of MPSs and all. So, overall, we're at a good place, and, this is just another one of the metrics that we use. So, anything you want to add with this? I know Travis probably had a whole lot more he wanted to say, but,
I think by having this as our goal, it has helped us kind of address like assessment practices and instructional delivery. And it was the why of our meeting this morning. So it was really positive that we could kind of show the data and show like, okay, what can we do to keep working on this goal?
The one thing that we're looking at with the data that we have, a lot of students that are proficient, we're trying to push them into just not our lower up into proficient, but our proficient up into advanced. So we're really trying to target.
During the last couple of years, we improved to at least be at the state average for mathematics for high school. But it just seems like we're consistently below the state average for ELA, especially at the 3rd grade level. So is that something that we're targeting? I'm glad you asked. We've been exploring different resources to support that ELA piece. And now with Act 20 coming in the future, there's more training that our teachers are going to need to support that understanding and learning. There's been a huge shift with the science of reading. So we've definitely been thinking about what can we do to help support our learners even more, especially our early learners, so that holding early learning. I think there's been a shift last year even with the reading horizons and understanding phonics. So now we're just looking for something else to help support that other area of the materials and the literature that they're reading to help grow that score, absolutely.
And along with that, the entire department, K-12, ELA teachers, they've been working on a framework of what their training look like. And what do we need them to know and be able to do? What does it look like at the high school? And working at advanced design. So that way we're having that continuity and consistency of what the skills are with writing that starts from 3rd grade on out into the high school AP class. So that's a work too that they're coming
but at least, you know, when comparing our school to the state average, I would hope that we're always at least there, if not higher. And the majority of the categories we are, been looking at the ones that we're not meeting.
Any other comments on the report cards?
What happens with this? Like, who looks at this besides?
We post it on our website. And then it's meant to be a metric to give parents at least one standard way of navigating through schools. So, how much is it used? I don't know.
And so the top category would be like 4 stars or they're 5 stars?
There's a 5 stars, yep. So 4 star, so the middle school is a 4 star. Our goal is to get to a 5 star would be the ultimate. So, and I trying to think, what is it 75?
I think it's 75.
75 is a 5 star, so. And the thing is we had a great in-service today, and we've been building to the moment to really talk about our instructional practices. You know, we hear about standards and why standards are important. We've spent the time to create the foundational things that now will really have an impact on students. So, I'm looking forward to popping in, seeing some of the conversations that happened today, seeing how it's going to, our students are gonna start understanding why they're learning, what they're gonna learn, and then they're gonna be learning it in a different way. So, between our coaches and our admin, it was a pretty powerful day today. I'll talk a little bit more about it. It was very good day.
We compare ourselves up to surrounding school districts.
We definitely do with the
This one's tough because you can't really compare yourself, because one school has a score because of their growth, another one has it for achievement. So these report cards, in a way, they aren't even apples for apples, because they look at what the enrollment of the school is, they look at the poverty in the school, they look at all kinds of things, and that grid, this grid here, every school's little pie chart looks different. The pie chart looks different for the school, so you can have a school that is scoring way below what we are, that's a 5-star school. Because they knocked it out, they had students that were scoring so low, but they had a lot of growth, so now that shoots up their score from there, so.
Typical statistics, you can make anything look really.
So yeah, you know, it's, the raw numbers, like you said, Rini, as I look at this, we're above the state average we're above the state average in every area, right? Did you see an area that we weren't? Third grade, okay, not as an elementary, but for third grade, okay.
well, all of them, growth, English, CLA, every one of them was a little state. And,
For achievement, no, you need to look under achievement, it would be the one that where our kids are achieving compared to others. If you look at growth or any of those other ones, our achievement is still above state average in all areas. And that's
so that's when they say priority area scores.
yeah, so
that
we,
high priority achievement over.
achievement, so the way it goes, as you look up there, achievement is how did our students score? So, as this is elementary, our students scored a 59.6, the state average was 59.1. Mathematics, we scored a 65.1, and actually that one we're 66.2. So we're actually below state average in elementary on achievement. But then you look at growth, and growth is different than what the achievement is. So achievement is how our kids are scoring against the other state. That would probably be the best way to see how we're doing amongst all the other schools.
To pay attention
The achievement, yeah.
every year. I have so many questions. Start that.
And they change it on us every year too, so the formula is not even the same from one year to the next.
And the whole chronic absenteeism. On track to graduation. I'm just not sure what that actually means. I hope we don't have chronic absenteeism, we're scoring high there. That means it's actually low.
Oh, that's the spreadsheet.
Right. That's a weird title for that. Right. I hope we have a low score for that.
But could they just call it attendance?
Yeah, exactly, for chronic absenteeism, yeah.
95% of our
Yeah. It's fun when you look at it from a non-ed, like, oh, yeah, we don't want a high score in chronic absenteeism, yes. We have, overall, we have very good attendance, so.
Okay, I don't know if this is part of that, but like this agenda item said ACT. These two, do you have anything that matters?
Did Travis give you a draft? No? Okay. Oh, it's because is it embargoed yet? It's embargoed yet. Last year's we showed it would be this year, we have this year's, but I think it might be embargoed. The latest one, compared, I guess it would be last year's. Yeah, for last year's.
We'll see it eventually.
All right. We'll wait to hear on that one.
Yeah.
Open enrollment spaces for 24-25.
Okay, so every.
Something, yeah, okay,
Yep.
every year.
Every year, this is something we've done now, I think, pretty much every year I've been here. This is enrollment space for students that have IEPs. And, if you remember this, I think my first couple of years, we had spaces open. Right now, I would say with the students that, we are servicing, we will not have any spaces available at elementary, middle, and high school. We actually just hired a long-term sub to help out with special ed because we have another, have some more needs. So we're doing a long-term placement and looking at making that a permanent for next year type. So special ed, our students are coming with more needs and we are finding creative ways to service them. So at this point, we don't want to have anybody from the outside. We will work with our kiddos and we'll make sure that we service our students, but anybody from the outside, we aren't gonna have.
So we do need to, set the, what our numbers are. Is there a motion to approve the, zero open enrollment availability for students with disabilities? Matt, is there a second? Katie, any further questions or discussion? All those in favor, please say aye.
Alright.
Opposed? Motion carries. And this is what we've been waiting for. This is why we came out tonight. We're right here.
Reading material for everyone.
Saturday on Friday, you're gonna put them in and ready. We got hit for the same findings that we always do, segregation of duties. We might have to do a little bit more. than
Yes,
that.
I am. I'm signing off on stuff now. We're segregating.
And then we don't prepare the financial audit, they do, and then it's still lingering on it. We might get it again this year with the wages requirement for ESSER funding. That has been resolved now, though. I got a letter from the state that we're in the clear, our policy states the way it's supposed to. And we're not gonna make you pay that money back, so. So you can read this over, and if you have any questions, please let me know. Got it really well.
Does anyone have any questions at this, stage?
What page of the final results are?
This would probably be the best.
Letter.
Yeah, yeah.
Read the.
Oh, I'll read the whole thing, cover to cover.
Well, get ready for next year's annual meetings to make sure you're up on all this stuff.
Yeah, then I won't have to give you notes.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And then, the next thing, is there any questions? We'll get back to this next month, right, if you have any questions.
good?
And then the quarterly report, I just have the first quarter done, and I did give you a corrected fund ADA error, and there's been a second quarter, I'm still waiting for a journal to finish that one up, though. So everything looks like I'm on track, and I've been looking at projections the last few days, and right now I'm feeling very comfortable where I am at with the budget and where our projected expenses and revenues are.
Does anyone have any questions?
Number 827 on the fund 10, 21, and 27. Interfund transfer.
And every year, we
So
have to
that's what we pay.
make the students that leave our district. Right, we have to, Fund 10 has to pay the balance of what I receive in Fund 27. It has to balance to zero every year. And that's the amount right now that I'm projecting that we're gonna have to, at the end of the year, make that transfer over to 10.
Okay, so that's why it's always at 0%, because it's paid at the end of the year.
Yeah, because it'll probably change until June 30th.
Okay.
So I should have my payroll numbers.
But this is a good point. It's actually money we transferred to ourselves
Right.
with this. So if you look at it from buckets, Fund 27 is our special ed fund. Fund 10 is our regular ed fund. So what happens is the state of Wisconsin funds our special ed students at 31, they're not 33% yet, right? It's like 31.5. 31.5. So as we see this increase in our students that have needs and IEPs and all these other things, this is the delta between what the state gives us and what we have to pay for our students to give these extra needs with our special ed staff, with transportation and all sorts. So you can see we're nearly $1 million over, and this is something that we've really been trying to lobby for the next biennium, is the state in statute says that they will pay 2/3 of needs for students with IEPs, and they're not even paying a third. So when we always talk about in education, and I know like we're not the only school, this is a statewide piece. We always talk about, you know, what sometimes it feels like our students, our advanced students, aren't getting the same resources because we're helping our students that have those needs. This is the number that's the difference, because we get our 10,000, or what was it, 11,000 this year for kids. Of the students that have IEPs, we get 30%. All this other is coming from every one of those students. So resources from other students are being put into our special ed fund, and it's something that we've really been trying to work with our legislators to see that even in Random Lake, we're close to $1 million. I know my friends in Sheboygan, those numbers are like $10 million for students that have those kind of needs. So we're seeing more students that have needs. This is just one of those things where when you talk about voucher schools get reimbursed more money for students with IEPs than public schools. And this is just another piece where things aren't happening. So it's money we're paying ourselves, but it's money we're getting from the allocation of our students without special needs into the students that we have those needs. Did I explain that?
So, I think so, but to help me understand, so every student we get 11,000 from the state. The special ed students, we still get 11,000, or we're getting more?
We get, what's the best way to, we get 11,000, but then off of our total cost for all students, we
Oh, it's
get,
where you're shifting those funds.
yeah, so,
Because it costs more than
Yeah.
11,000.
but we do tell the state what our total Fund 27 is, and then they give us 31.5% back. But after what they cover for our special ed staff, it's still that $875,000 extra to pay for that staff. And all the
Mike just said, you're adding the special ed teacher, you're gonna see like the number I have down there is the 812 for this year. That number is going to change because we are adding staff, but the money that we're getting in is not, from the state is separate. So that number that transfer over will be more
And another reason we just better, this is really kind of fits in the loop. And the reason we're putting caps on our students with IEPs is we have already are transferring that much money, to cover the students we have. We don't want to have to do that for others that aren't within our. We won't get too much in deeper into school finance.
No, my head's just spinning, I'm just wondering if there any, do we work, and I don't know if this is beneficial in this area, but I'm always thinking of prevention. Well, obviously, someone with a student with special needs, they need that support, but do we identify where we can have early intervention so that hopefully they're getting more resources early on that are gonna benefit later on? Does that even make
Yep, no, and I would argue we're probably right away, when we talk about early intervention, because the board has decided for a full day 4K instead of just a half day 4K, and using Fund 80 to do that, we are able to work with our students sooner and longer and have more intensive things. A lot of, I mean, Becky will tell you, the as extra person that we are hiring is gonna be working a lot with our 4Ks. So the hope is this will help them be more prepared when they get here for kindergarten and be ready. And we're seeing some things that I like where we're going. I think our students are coming, some of our younger students are coming with more needs. And if you go back to our 4K, think what was happening 3-4 years ago, right? We were right in the heart of the COVID thing. So we do think we're putting early interventions in. Is it enough? Time will tell. Anything you want to add to that, Becky? Because I mean,
Yeah,
that gets in the heart.
Right, and I think Aaron Casper does a really nice job of doing ages and stages. We're gonna do that survey to parents to see if we're missing something as we have these 4K kids come in. Do they need speech or OT or PT? So just trying to get ahead of it. We have a bunch of 3K already. They've had services for the 3-foot tower in our early childhood. Again, getting that therapy to help with the needle.
And we have a 3K program that I just found out, I can talk about, that has, open enrollment. It's, if anybody's watching, our 3K right now, we'll have maybe 7 enrolled in there in the next week. And we could take up to 10 more. And it's only $75 for 4 days a week, 3 hours a day. So it's a pretty good deal, to get in 3K, full day 4K, and that you're ready by the time you get to kindergarten.
Our childcare, do they make referrals to first to three?
We are trying, who even does the referrals? I'll get emails on the referrals, but I'm not sure who's making those.
I think it's like, I don't know this for sure, but I
Right.
believe it's between Aaron and Deanna, like they're working together.
Any other questions for Patty?
Thanks for doing that.
All right, that takes us to informational items.
Okay, well, first of all, board elections, we have kind of an interesting opportunity here. Kim, do you wanna talk a little bit about the write-in process and just a little bit? As you may know, we have 2 open spots, but we have 1 official candidate. So with an open spot, that gives us some opportunity, to try things that we haven't, had to do in the past. So, want to talk a little bit about that process?
I did call WASB about this, because in my time here, we have not ever had this happen. What they are telling me is that there is still an opportunity to receive an official write-in. I don't know exactly what the deadline is. They thought it was sometime in March, but I have to double check that. It gives that person the opportunity to turn in the paperwork, but it doesn't put them on the ballot because that process will have already taken place to have their name on the ballot. A voter could ask at the polling place if there are any official write-ins. We certainly can get information out to our community if we do have anyone that officially writes in. The other option to fill that is for any write-ins that occur on election day, we would just go down the list of whoever has the most votes and ask them if they're interested. And we keep going down the list until we exhaust that list. And if we still have no one, then we can look at doing a board appointment, similar to what we did several years ago, where we would have a pool of candidates and maybe have them come to a meeting and talk with them and then see if we have anyone interested that the board is interested in. Mhm. That is one of the things that I need to find out. If we get any official write-ins, I told WSB that I would definitely be calling them back closer to the election to find out more about what that process would look like. So that we know exactly what we need to do. I think so.
Gary, as our historian, has this ever happened before?
Elected for like village.
Right.
Definitely have been appointments. Quite a few, actually. But I think still the most votes wins. So somebody's got a lot of relatives and they go and register, but they get more votes. I think that has to be the winner. Whether there was a third, and declared, right? I don't think that.
There's nothing in their bylaws that say you couldn't. Spouses, yeah. I think spouse. They just can't work for the district. Yeah, exactly.
Nowadays, it's much harder to do a write-in because we all have this electronic system where once upon a time there were paper ballots, so it was very easy.
Right. Learn something every day. So,
We write.
yeah.
See the grief you're causing here, man? See the grief you're causing?
Everybody remembers how to spell that thing?
Yeah. But we do have some time, I guess right now, I just want, if anybody's interested in being an official write-in, please reach out. Love to hear from those individuals, and then we'll just, so it's January, we'll bring it up February, March, we'll just kind of put it out there. So we'll be 100% transparent as much as we can with who's out there, and we'll go from there, so. Just another opportunity, a different, way of doing this. Two, I just wanted to let everyone know, I'll be going to the education, conference on Thursday. I'll be presenting with DPI on our Wisconsin Career Readiness Standards, so, I think our presentation's at 10, and then, I'll probably go to the, resolution for WASB and just be down there for the day, so, it should be a nice day. I'm looking forward to extending our Wisconsin career readiness standards, the stuff that we're doing here ties in so nicely with the direction the state's going. It's kind of nice to feel like we're on the front end of that. And then the last thing,
So, you're gonna be at the board of the bilingual thing too, right? Like, how is it?
yeah, so the resolutions, I'll pop in there. I had a meeting with the superintendent today. The resolutions are, it's what WAS is trying to do to get as many districts on the same page. So MPS would really like to see this ELL bilingual, these tests in there. I can tell you some of those things are more important to some districts than other districts. So what will happen on Thursday is MPS brings this up, and they had a late submission of making sure that this Act 20 also comes in bilingual information, which I think is a good thing to think
Well,
about.
it depends on how many, I mean, they're talking about 100 languages, but I mean, that's financially not doable for small schools, right? So that-
And truthfully, I hope we wouldn't have a lesser program just because that program has, languages. So there's all kinds of things that go into that. And being a late submission, I'm not all that sure that resolution will be adopted.
it sounds like it don't matter about the legislation. And then I also was gonna mention, too, I'm sure you saw, somebody else is presenting on the bus election. And they're like years behind us, so.
Well, we helped, no,
They
Northern,
give you credit.
New Holstein is doing it, and it was New Holstein, we helped them get on there. So also I'm like, who's talking about bringing busing back in the district? Yeah, it was, I guess, but they've had so much success up there. They were asked to come down and present for that, so yeah, no, yeah. But no, and actually we're having more conversations, so it's been kind of fun watching other districts, see where they can find some savings with that, so.
You brought up busing, can you just talk about our electric bus, is that operational or not?
It's here, but there's a wire that goes from the diesel heater that is not here yet, so it's up at Midstate and they're wearing the batteries down. We don't have it here yet, so it should be coming shortly. But fortunately, there's some that have gotten it and didn't go with the diesel heating option. And I hear that, it is drawing the battery down shockingly very quickly. So we're okay to wait right now. We're good. Yeah, so yes. Hang tight. Yeah. Chuck Miller Memorial, EV bus. Here we go. Big one at the back. The next thing has been kind of cool. Well, we have staff members that have extra talents that they've gotten before they got here. So, when we hired Jake Frias, he was the fitness coordinator at, the sports club. He brought in, Callie, who now works in the middle school, who was also working with him. So we have a couple people that have some fitness backgrounds. And we have some people connected in the district, Jessica Schneider, that has a wellness and nutrition kind of business. So we thought, how cool would it be if we took all these different people in our community and threw together a cool little wellness challenge? And we were hoping, okay, maybe 5 or 6 of us will get in. The deal with the district is you have to pay $50, and if you meet 60% of the times on nutrition and the fitness and you do your workouts, you will get $100 Amazon. Kind of doubling your money. So all said and done, we were hoping for 5. We thought great case scenario would be 12. We had 34 people sign up for it. So we have our first nutrition talk this Wednesday. We're also working with the CrossFit in Belgium. So once a month, this crew who wants to will be doing kind of a team CrossFit thing for a workout. So kind of fun. It's a team challenge. I think Jake did a really nice job of getting teams together and everybody supporting each other. So this is, last week was the first kickoff. I didn't get a single workout in last week, so I'm in trouble. I'm bringing the team down, so, yeah, that should count. I didn't count that, but maybe I should, but yes, so, just kind of fun how taking talents that we have in the staff and in the community to do this. And really, this is part of what we would like to do. This is we've always had, we're gonna have a great fitness center. These are the type of things we want to do more and more of. So, we'll, keep reporting at the end of the year. We'll let you know how many of our teams made their goal. So, but a really cool kind of way. I think it's a nice little thing in culture. We have, I would say it's nearly half of our, full-time staff are signing up for something like this. Cool thing to happen. We also got it out right after the New Year's resolutions were made, so we thought maybe that probably didn't hurt it. That's why yeah. We're gonna hang the clothes, right? How many people are on the team? 4 on the team.
Any questions? All right, is there a motion to adjourn? Rini, is there a second? Chris, all those in favor, please say aye. Opposed? Motion carries.